perspective, the way you perceive things. I am intrigued with the way things are perceived in different perspectives. My intent is usually not what normally would be logical in that situational circumstance or in that predicament, because my intent is usually to gain knowledge instead of to gain a judgment or an opinion due to variables, right? I want to know the variables because I want to know the steps that were taken in order to come to that decision, in order to determine what would be thought, said, or done in reaction of that situational circumstances. What are the variables? What are the circumstances? Now, a person whose intent is to figure things out, to understand, to gain knowledge, you can imagine that the thing that bothers me a lot, not many things bother me, but this not only bothers me, it hurts my feelings, it insults my intelligence, it confuses me, and it makes me mad because it takes so long after figuring this out that it was all in vain. Like, okay, if false information is given or a lie is given, then it's automatically exempt. You cannot utilize it for any type of determination on any type of effect of any freaking action because it was a lie. That wasn't really what happened. The only good that can do is in the variable of that happened, then this is what happens, okay? So the variable will be, oh, well, they insulted my intelligence by fucking lying because they didn't want to get in trouble. Then the result would include me finding out that they're lying and all that other bullshit. You see how much stuff that goes on. I mean, extra. We don't have time for that bullshit, right? La resistance. Any type of resistance would equal a freaking negative, right? And if you only want to be positive and trying to avoid a negative, right, then it's a resistance still. You're still going negative. Okay. Domino effects. Waves. Frequencies. Understanding. Trust. Loyalty. All these things. Variables. And different ways and circumstances. Many. It's like module system. But if people did not lie or say anything other than which it is, just to avoid some type of emotional situation, to simplify it, then we wouldn't be so confused because we'd have the answer to that, a predictable answer, because there would be no variables, right? But it's impossible not to have variables on things because there's always variables, right? So you could determine that by like, okay, the planets their positioning affects you as a person depending on what time you come out of the womb. Okay, so everybody comes out of the womb at different times. And the people that do come out of the womb at the same time exactly as you, it's impossible to be in the same fucking location. So there's a variable right there. There's no two people that are the same unless your moms are like on top of each other delivering the damn babies. And then the variables are in your DNA. So what the fuck? There's always variables. Anyway. I find it more valuable to have a person around me who actually fucks up and tells me the truth, because I could even utilize that in my, determination of their intent and because of what reasons. Not like why do I want to know that? As of course I hear that, but because it's intriguing to me. That's just what I like. That's my catch. The catch to me is that I want to know why everything, I guess. I want to know why those certain steps were taken and what steps were taken and why those steps were chosen to take and what the other options were and what could have happened during those options, or what did or didn't, or how is it better or worse in every situation due to each variable. If I could live a lot longer, more than however my lifetime is, I would have enough time to figure all this out, because I literally would go through every single thought and finish it. But because I know that if I did that, even with one thought, it would take my whole life, because it goes on to everything else. So I have to figure out a way of stopping the things that I'm trying to figure out in certain places if I haven't successfully done it, because then that drives me crazy. If I haven't figured something out, I'm going to be trying to figure it out, plus whatever else I came across that couldn't figure out. I'm so steady trying to figure how things happen, even though everybody says, like, well, it shouldn't matter, or whatever, or what am I going to do with this, why is it useful? I have no fucking clue, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable when something happens and I don't understand it, or I don't know it, or like if I see a machine working and I don't know how that machine works, then I will be tempted and like to figure it out just so I know, just in case anybody ever asks me, then I'm not going to not have the answer or whatever. I don't care. Oh, to me, why does it matter if I have an answer or not? Because then I'll be stuck with that feeling of not having figured something out. And that feeling will distract me from learning anything else without thinking of that.